Come in. Martin, my friend Martin Guitar, he and I were just talking about hidden motives. Sounds like a mystery thriller or maybe a page out of the Congressional Record. Who knows? It's not all that mysterious. We were just wondering, why do we do the things that we do? And Martin brought back to me an old memory with this little tune. Remember this one? Lazy bones sleeping in the sun. How you expect to get your day's work done? Never get your day's work done. Sleeping in the noonday sun. The memory it brought back was this. It's a little vague because I was young, but not as young as I thought I was, apparently. The story is my father told me to go give hay to the cow. So I went out there, and I thought it would be really cute if he came out and saw that his little boy with this big hay, with this big pitchfork and this big load of hay, just did the best he could. So I tossed him a little hay and went back in, sat back down. But it didn't work. My father came out. He didn't think I was small. He didn't think I was cute. He thought I was lazy. And he was right. I didn't realize until he explained it to me rather firmly that that's what I was doing. Hidden motives, they kind of lie all around us. Sometimes they're hard to know. They're kind of wispy, kind of in the shadows. But if we can pin them down and say, this is why I did this, that's a gold mine. It helps us to understand ourselves and why we do some of the things that we do. Sometimes we cover them with phrases, things like this: I'm only doing this for your own good. Or, it's not the money, it's the principle of the thing. Here's a tip: it's the money. Yeah. Or, how about, I'm not prejudiced, but, things like that, kind of give ourselves away. And sometimes they're fairly easy to spot, particularly if it's somebody else. But if it's ourselves, not quite so much. A few years ago, Mother Teresa, laboring in India, in this noble thing, a woman came in and wanted to work with her. A woman came in from New York City, and she said, I've come to help you with the poor. And Mother Teresa said, are there no poor in New York City? Well, it was pretty obvious that this woman really wanted to be identified with Mother Teresa, at least as much and maybe more than she wanted to do the work that Mother Teresa does. Yeah. These things, they come kind of natural when you're small. You know, it's always somebody else's fault. Hey, I didn't tip that over, or somebody else spilled that. I don't know who ate the last cookie. Who knows? We have a lot of that stuff. But if it persists until we're adults, then it can become a problem. We can begin to believe the things that we say. Know thyself, Socrates has said, and Plato too, as I recall. Know thyself. But today, things are complicated, right? And philosophers, psychologists, and even ordinary folks like me sometimes wonder, can we really know what our motives are? And it gets more complicated as you start talking about unconscious mind and deep-seated needs and desires and stuff. How can we know? I don't know if this is what he was writing about, but it kind of goes with it. When the Apostle Paul wrote to the Corinthians and he said, now we see through a glass darkly, but one day we shall know as we are known. I think he's sort of dealing with that sort of thing, but I'm not sure. It's just one interpretation. So how do we do it? The best way I know is simply this. It's almost too easy. And that is humble ourselves, go to the being who created us and who knows us better than we know ourselves, and ask him to help us. And he will. Not only to identify our hidden motives, our secret motives, whatever they are, but to open them up so we can see them. And then he will teach us how to deal with them, how to perfect our motives, and someday it will take a long time. We'll find that not only do we know our motives, but they are the best motives, and they are godlike motives. We were, after all, created in his image. He said that. And then no more lazy bones, sleeping in the sun. How you gonna get your day's work done? Never get your day's work done, sleeping in the noonday sun.